Khamzat Chimaev just dominated Dricus du Plessis. I was right about 6 things, and I was wrong about 6 things. I'm gonna give my reaction to the card. I'm not really gonna go through all the fights. I'm just gonna give my reaction to the moments I can think on top of my head. I just finished my live stream. If you guys missed my live stream, I'm gonna be live streaming next week, Saturday. Yes, at like midnight or 3 a.m. or 6 a.m. or whatever time it is for the Shanghai card. I'm never missing an Aljo fight. And yeah, I gotta do Aljo fight. No fucking way I'm missing that, bro. But holy shit, Khamzat Chimaev dominates Dricus du Plessis for 5 rounds. Lerone Murphy almost losing the first round like crazy. Hits this crazy spinning elbow. Carlos Prates, crazy elbow. Gets the spinning elbow. Fights this amazing fight against Jeff Neal. I love the calf kick action, the body kicks. Tim Elliott, bro, MVP. Sorry, MVP. MVP has this great performance. And, he does a really good job at keeping Jared Cannonier in the half guard in the last round. I know Jared Cannonier won the last round, but, MVP keeping him in half guard stopped, Jared Cannonier from getting better positions and maybe finishing the fight. And then Tim Elliott versus Ka Sakura. Unk still got it, bro. Unk still got it. Tim Elliott, submission. Ka Sakura, needs to take a trip to Brazil. Learn some grappling, because that was embarrassing again. He cannot grapple. And, if you want to be a UFC fighter, you got to mix the martial arts. You got to have some grappling base. Like, come on, bro. It's like I have some grappling ability. But, yeah, let's go through it. So, I guess we'll start with the Ka Sakura. Ka Sakura, is a great striker. He was winning that fight. He was doing a great job against Tim Elliott. The moment he got taken down in the end of the first round, we saw that weakness. And then he got taken down the second round near the middle-ish, right? And then he gets submitted with a guillotine. And it's like, dude was so embarrassing on the ground, it was actually crazy. Oh shit, my hair's all fucked up. And so, yeah, it's embarrassing. So maybe I'll see him in Karate Combat. No hate. I don't mean to hate, but like, bro, he low-key got skill issue there. Um, Next fight. Jared Cannonier versus MVP. MVP is great for the sport. He's a great promoter. It was really fun to watch him fight. He was doing these cool taunts. I thought that was cool. I think we need a little bit of that every once in a while. And he's a great fighter. I think he won the fight 29-28. Um, he talks about going back to welterweight. I really think he should stay at middleweight. I think middleweight needs him. I don't think middleweight needs him, rather. Middleweight's the best division in the sport. But I think middleweight would love to have him. I don't think he has a spot in welterweight, in which I don't think he really fits in. I think he really does fit in the middleweight debacle, or the middleweight whatever, the shit that's going on in middleweight. Middleweight's crazy right now. We'll get to middleweight later, of course. Jeff Neal, Carlos Prates. In an alternate universe, Jeff Neal doesn't back out of the fight. Carlos Prates never fights Ian Gary, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying, yeah, Carlos Prates is gonna beat Ian Gary and beat Shopcott and beat everybody, right? He learned a lot from the Ian Gary fight, and he probably learned a lot from this fight too against Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal was fighting a good fight in the beginning. Jeff Neal then got cut, and you know what? In all honesty, the body knee and the calf kicks were amazing from Carlos Prates. I don't mean to sound like Joe Rogan, but those kicks made the difference. The body kicks too. They all did. And then, Carlos Prates gets this great, knockout in the second, which is like, holy shit. Good for him, man. It was a great spinning elbow. Or was it the end of the first? I forgot. I just finished streaming that 2 seconds ago. Spinning elbow was amazing. And speaking of spinning elbows, next fight. Co-main event. A guy from Bellator lost in 2025. Who would have thought? I should stop being mean. That's not really nice to say. But you know what? Stop giving these Bellator guys these high value opponents. Stop it for their debuts. It's not fun. But at the same time, Aaron Pico was winning that fucking fight. He was catching them everywhere. And then Aaron Pico, I think, was going for a takedown. And then he got hit. And spinning elbow. So back-to-back spinning elbow. And it was amazing. And good for Lerone Murphy. He was losing that round. He was losing that fight. It was only the first round, but still. But he looked really horrible until he didn't. But, it's kind of how they all look nowadays, right? Whenever they got the surprise. What surprise knockout is a surprise without the person looking horrible in the beginning? So good for him. It was a great win. Congratulations. I personally believe he's next for the title shot. I wish Aljo was, but I'm not like the wizard or some shit. I can't like make him turn into. I can't like make Aljo like the champ. But you know what? One day he will be. He'll be the featherweight champ. I'll be super awesome. I'll be super happy. He's beating Brian Ortega next week. But okay, main event, middleweight title. We have a new champion, Khamzat Chimaev. Oh, my cat wants to join me. No, she doesn't. All right. Everyone I'm seeing on Twitter and all that is calling the fight boring. I don't think the fight was boring at all. And I'm not saying that because the guy who I thought was going to win won, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be right. Okay. If you watch that fight, and I urge you guys to watch it again, and maybe you watch it now, you guys already saw it, so it's still in your mind. Khamzat was going for the leg hooks every chance he got, and DDP did an amazing job stopping it. Giving DDP credit where credit is due, he would not get submitted. He would not be finished. And that takes a really tough guy to do that. Um, Khamzat Chimaev was going for those leg hooks. You know, he was doing the blanket thing. He was like putting the weight on him, and he was fighting that fight perfectly. He wasn't sitting on him and doing nothing. I think it's an embarrassment that Mark Goddard made him get up even one time. I don't care. Mark Goddard was a horrible ref that fight. And it was embarrassment, and it was blatant bias, and I would call for an investigation for that. It's fucking absurd. I mean, look at the strike count and tell me that Hamza was being inactive. You know, he gets takedowns. He was going for the submission every chance. He was beating the shit out of him on the crucifix. He went for a crucifix 3 times. He didn't like go for side control, and he didn't just stay in side control and maintain that position. No, he went for the crucifix. DDP could have sprawled out. DDP could have done something, and DDP didn't. And you know what? Maybe that is a testament to Khamzat's wrestling. It's that good that he couldn't even get out. And let's be honest here, some positions that are a lot of fighters get out of, and let's be honest here, bro. Dude, it's a big fucking skill issue letting your guy get like 4 fucking crucifixes on you. That's insane. That's not like you don't get put in a crucifix 4 times and then you let that person get up. That's fucking absurd. It's a talent issue. That's a skill issue. And you know what? Hamzat's that good for now. Here's who I think is gonna be the champion for real. For realsies. Nasruddin Imavov is coming for that belt. I know they had the camera on Kaio. RDR, who I love RDR. No hate towards RDR. Fluffy, all of them. Mark my words, and I've said it multiple times. I made a whole video on it. Nasruddin Imavov 2026 champ. He's so good. He's not just good, he's so smart. I don't care about the Sean Strickland loss. It's a new Nasruddin. And he's so smart, and he's so adaptive, and he will be the champ. And you know what? In all honesty, RDR and Imavov and let's be honest here, not Kyle, but RDR and Imavov, dude, they would get out of that shit, bro. They wouldn't at least not be. They wouldn't let themselves be. I mean, taking down is one thing, right? Everyone's gonna get taken down. They could scramble. They could be putting. They could do some reversal shit, right? But to let yourself be in a crucifix 4 times is fucking crazy. He got dominated. I think it was like what was it 25 minutes fight? I think it was like a 23-minute, 23 minute on the ground and in control time. It's fucking crazy. Dude, that's insane. That's talent. And he was going for the finishes each time. He wasn't just, being quiet and just sitting there and doing nothing. And so, yeah, this was a great card. Chase Hooper lost. Very sad. Um, and so yeah, good for Dana White, good for the UFC. That was a great fight. DDP will be back. I guess I should say what's next for DDP. RDR needs a fight. RDR just had a fight, and so did Fluffy. I think, honestly, I think you give RDR DDP, and you give Fluffy Israel Adesanya or Sean Strickland. And then you give one of those guys who doesn't get it. And no, here's what you do. Ready for this? It's very simple. I figured it out already. Okay? You give DDP RDR. You give Fluffy Sean Strickland, and you give Izzy Paulo Costa again. And we see that rematch years later. And there's the middleweight division. And then Nasruddin Kaio fights for the belt. It's gonna be Nasruddin, but yeah. That's what it should be right now. Great night for me. I mean, I was 6-6, not that great, but I had a fun time streaming. I really appreciate it. I really put out all the stops, my camera, my light, my softbox. If any of you guys have tried to assemble a softbox by yourself, you know it's a fucking bitch. And I did it. And I want to get a wall mount battery. I had to like replace my battery like 3 fucking times. But honestly, I'm gonna stay up late. I have to eat something. It's 10 o'clock for me. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything. I have some pre-made meals in the fridge. I'll fucking heat that shit up. I appreciate everybody for watching my stream and watching the video and liking and subscribing. I'll be more consistent. A lot of people said some nice things, and I really should be more consistent because I feel like that's the only thing holding me back, holding anyone back really these days. You know, everyone says always go for it. You got to go for it. Um, but yeah, it was a great fight. I thought that was one of my favorite. That was a great fight for me. I had a lot of. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I think if you didn't enjoy it, maybe you don't see what's going. I don't want to say that. I don't want to exclude anybody, but it's okay to be a DDP fan and be angry about it. Um, but I'm not saying this as a Khamzat Chimaev fan because I'm not really a Khamzat Chimaev fan. I mean, I'm not really a fan of anybody. I mean, I am, but I'm a fan of, well, honestly, Aljo, Nasruddin, Marab, Makachev, Taporia. Those who I'm a fan of. Nasruddin, Aljo, Nasruddin, Marab, Islam, Ilya. Those are my fan. I'm rooting for them always. Everybody else, I'm gonna give a really non-biased thing. I like RDR too, but RDR's not in the top 5. You know, he's not to the point to where I'm gonna say he's gonna win no matter what. And like pray for it, you know? But like, subscribe, comment, and share. I really appreciate everybody who watched. Adios, amigos. Bye.